Alright. Okay, so far is the 4th day of the league. I'm on A6. I haven't really been pushing. I really haven't done actually that much that many maps. And I'm really playing like crazy. I think this league I want to take a bit more of a slow-paced approach to the game because, you know, after a while these things kind of feel the same. Like, league start, even if the atlas is shorter, it's still the same thing. Usually by day 5 I try to kill Sirius. Um, Although probably now it's going to be like 8 right off the bat, so that's going to be a lot harder. I'm not sure about whether or not I want to tackle A Sirius. I want to drop it down a little. So we'll see. It might take time to get to 8 as well. I haven't done the 3 Stone Conquerors yet. I'm only at the 2 Stone ones. Um, yeah, so I've got a Catarina fight here, and I just want to maybe show off a little. Not show off, but show the fight a little. So, that being said, wait, can I just do this first? Should I do this first? Yeah, I'll do this first. So I want to go a bit into the, like a bit of detail into the build, I guess. Maybe describe it a little. It's actually not like it. I would say that it's not like a super amazing build. I just want to try something new. So and I did do a Necrocaster, and by the looks of it, when you watch this gameplay, you would think that this is a Volatile Dead Desecrate Spellslinger build, and you might be right. Except that this isn't a Volatile Dead or Spellslinger build. It's actually a Armageddon brand build. I'll show you how it works later. Thanks. I seem pretty tanky because I am pretty tanky. I came out with this build because I wanted to do a maximum Scourge. But what surprised me was that Scourge is actually far more difficult than I imagined. Especially when you hit like 150 to 180 stacks, Scourge stacks. So I think there are very few builds that would attempt 180 or 200 plus consistently and do it without dying. I think that's the difficult part. Like you can clear fast, but you're just gonna get one shot out of nowhere. I think that's the reason why most people aren't so keen on it. Non-unique amulet into a tier 2 talisman. No. I don't think it's a smart idea. I don't need the stats on this. But I do need the craft the Aurion, so modify a flask quality to 22%. Any flask? Oh, okay. This one, I guess. So, yep, I'm gonna do Katarina. I might die, because I have no idea how difficult it is for this build. I assume it isn't that difficult. Maybe? I don't know. You know me and my builds, I don't actually POB my stuff most of the time. I just give it a shot. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Try to rely on a general understanding of the skills. Okay, let's go. So I've hit, I think, close to max block. So spell block is probably capped when everything is propped. But for attack block, it's actually low Maybe it's about, I think it's about 50. No, when it's probably about 70 something. But I think I'll be okay as long as I don't mess up the mechanics. What level is this? 76. Oh, that's not too bad. 76 cat is still doable, I guess. Keep forgetting to cast, manually cast my bone offering. Oops. Gosh. No volatiles. Oh, wait. Hold up. Wait, what? I've completely forgotten the mechanics of this fight. it's okay. Except for the few times I walk over DOT and I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my god, I got the shield! It's garbage! Alright. Okay, so I can briefly talk about the build, I guess. And then I'll go loot the rest of this map. This is actually, as I mentioned, this is actually an Armageddon brand build. And it's an Armageddon brand build because I have a full-length armor brand here with level 20 immolate as well as 30% more elemental. It gives me the freedom to then run calms. So actually I don't really have a lot of life on my gear and life as in percentage life on my 3 because I'm actually stacking quite a bit of damage. I'm not sure this is ideal, but this is kind of the thing I wanted to achieve. So with that, I have Armageddon brand on Spellslinger. You'll be wondering, like you'll be asking why I have Spellslinger here, and it's just mainly for like quality of life. I don't want to stand and cast Armageddon brand manually. I want to have it when I attack with Frenzy. So what else is, how am I getting the Volatile and Desecrate? I'm getting it from the Poet's Pen. So the Poet's Pen have Desecrate here, Spell Cascade, and Volatile. So with this, I'm summoning a crap ton of corpses and then consuming them with Volatile. This ramps up my attack speed and cast speed to max, which is 200% using Corpse Pact, and maybe about 3 or 4 seconds of continuous shooting away of Frenzy. What this does is then it lowers the caster, or rather the what's it called, frequency. Let's see, activation frequency of the Armageddon brand. So right now Armageddon brand's activation frequency is at 0.5 because it has a split brand support. After I ramp this up for a while. I need to hit mine very fast. So after I ramp this up for a while, it's at 0.25. Of course, it deteriorates for a while if I don't continuously attack. So to continuously attack, I generally try to be a bit more tanky. So how am I tanky with this build? I have a Fire Leech with a Doriani's Invitation. And you know, Leech is more effective the less amount of life you have. So I have Petrified Blood, and my life pool is about 5.2k, which is 2.6 with Petrified. So how am I getting making this 2.6k health work for me? So I'm using a Duress with Courage, very cheap, unique. You can find a corrupted version if you want that has better stats, but yeah, you don't have to. So what this does is that it gives me 30% spell block because I'm on low life, and it has an inherent 28% attack block. It gives me additional 20% chance to block attack damage if I block spell damage recently, and 20% chance to block spell damage if I have blocked attack damage recently. So with that, I can usually hit cap on my block, especially for spell. So right now for spell, by default, without any so without anything, by default, I'm at 51%. With Corpse Pact up. Not Corpse Pact, with Bone Offering up, it's 74. So I'm almost always at max spell block. And I'm at 56% attack block. And when I block spells, I'll go all the way to 76. So I hit attack and spell block caps, which is great, like pretty easily. And then on top of that, I have Laurie's Lantern. So what Laurie's Lantern does is that it gives me Chaos Resistance, which is, yeah, it's alright. My Chaos Resistance is, I think, about minus 32 now. Actually, I don't know why. Oh yeah, it's minus 32 now. It's not so ideal that I'm looking for upgrade to boot and all that to get it to at least 0. But for now, yeah. So it gives me Chaos Resistance on low life, it gives me movement speed on low life, but it also gives me damage of enemies hitting me as unlucky while I'm on low life. Since I'm on Petrified Blood, I want hits against me to be as low as possible, just to make sure I don't get one-shot out of nowhere. So this helps quite a bit. For the rest of the gear, as you can tell, it's mostly unique, so you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 uniques. For the rest of the gear, the chest is only possible just because I have this helmet. I bought this cheap, but I'm pretty sure you can craft it yourself. It might be hard to craft it, so you know, you might just want to do a 6-link chest and just skip the counts. But in that case, your health would drop to about 4,000 and you need to shore it up some other way. For gloves, for boots, it's mostly resistances, life and movement speed, as well as stats. Because I kind of need about 100 dex. I am about 40 over, which is fine, I guess. And you need about 200 strength just for count. So amulet, same thing. It's dex and strength and resistances. You anoint divine judgment, which is pretty cheap. Divine judgment is this one, 50%. You go flammability ring. If not, you have to waste sockets on, or waste slots or sockets on wave of conviction with hex touch and flammability. So yep, and yeah, that's pretty much about it for gear. For the skill tree, you kind of want to move here. You grab life, you grab the fire damage nodes as well as the effect of non-damaging elements. That works very well with call spec because you do shock and chill. For your 3 jewel sockets, which are these, I would suggest going a Grand Spectrum, which is pretty cheap. I got this for 5, I got this for 5C, and I've got this for 20. So that's not too bad. You path here, you grab more fire damage nodes, life nodes. I've only gone here just because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Yeah, these 6 points give me about 25% reduced mana cost reduction. And the only reason why I'm going these right now is because I haven't found an Elrion's roll yet. So I can't craft Elrion's on this, I can't craft Elrion's on this. But the moment I do, I can lose 6 skill points. I can drop 6 skill points from here. And that would allow me to, branch somewhere else. You get Elemental Overload, which procs whenever you do a crit with Armageddon Brand. I think Armageddon Brand is like 6% or something. It's about 5%, but this procs quite often, and the reason being it procs quite often is because you have it hits quite often, right? About 3 to 4 times a second. Yeah, I could probably prove this. I mean, I might just reassign this, so I will move from here. I don't really need brand duration and get the crit chance just to proc it. So I might just remove this and add this here, and then change to a cast 2 additional brands, I think. And yep, you want to get the fire damage nodes here, life nodes, and then if you branch down here, it's the fire damage nodes, life nodes. It's a block, I believe. These are block nodes. Yeah, I might be able to drop these, I'm not sure, we'll see. Brand nodes as well. And then you branch down here, you get the rune binder for the additional brand attachment. And then you go down here for even more reduced cost and block nodes. I might possibly remove this as well the moment I have Elrion's, because once I have Elrion's on 3 of my rings, actually would solve a lot of the cost issues. But for now, this is a temporary solution that works. So this build is pretty sweet. It took me a while to get used to. It took me a while to come up with it. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Hope this was interesting for you. I don't think this is strong. I wouldn't say that this is what we call a meta build. I think a meta build would be something like, poison concoction or something. Or like, yeah, Cold Dot Wintertide is still strong. But I really like this build. I'll try to push this all the way to 8 series and optimize it further, and maybe I'll just play something else entirely subsequently. I would really want to build that can do a lot of stacks of, what's it called again? That can do a lot of stacks of Scourge, so what I'm thinking about is actually a Bone Shatter Jug, or Bone Shatter Champion, no, Champion, yeah, Bone Shatter Champion, with high armor stacking. So I guess look forward to that. Yeah. So we'll see. Alright, peace. I've got to go and do other stuff. And I hope this was informative for you. If you want to ask any questions, just let me know. Alright, peace.